Alex Gasson is 4 days away from a fight at the Oneida Reserve. Alex Gasson is a mixed martial artist. He trains and teaches mixed martial arts, or MMA as the sport is known, at Adrenaline in a refurbished warehouse on Dundas Street East. MMA combines elements of boxing, kickboxing, wrestling, and associated martial arts like karate and jiu-jitsu. Competitors fight in a traditional style boxing ring or an octagonal cage. MMA has become a mainstream sport with a growing popularity. Adrenaline is home base for a number of well-known fighters. Chris Horodecki and Mark Hominick are top competitors in the WEC, and Sam Hands of Stone Stout fights in the most well-known MMA league in the world, the UFC. But MMA competitions have an opponent that won't submit, the province of Ontario.
If the Premier was here today, I really loved his quote when he said about the mixed martial arts, that they are understanding that it's there, and if he went around and knocked on 1,000 doors, the last thing people would say would be they want mixed martial arts. Well, Mr. McGinty, the last thing people would say is we want a 13% HST height, tax increase. But if you go to the regular voter and you go to the regular person, they're interested in these things. They watch these things. This is entertainment. We are entertainers, yes. We are athletes, yes. And this is how we make a living. So I just say, Mr. McGinty, just open your eyes, take a listen. There's a big community out here that is involved with this, that wants this, that there's a lot of monies that could be generated through this. And I think that things are on their way. I think it'll be here a lot quicker than a lot of people think.
Violence is learned behavior. So how do people learn to be violent? One of the ways they learn to be violent is through seeing violence. And so this is the link for me to, mixed martial arts, is the last thing that we need is a new sport that is violent by its very nature, which promotes violence as a result.
You don't have to be a fighter. You don't have to go into these gyms just to fight. People are going in just to work out and learn the moves and educate themselves. Everybody can do something within a martial arts system. And if you're having a mixed martial arts system, well, wow, you just got 6 or 7 more different types of things anybody can do. So these people come together, they show up, they train, they do, whether it's judo or karate or kickboxing or wrestling or jiu-jitsu or, or just boxing or kickboxing. It's an opportunity. Everybody can do it, and they're realizing that it's a healthy way, to relieve, stress, to get strong, to be faster, quicker.
Jog the way. Sprint the leg, jog the way. Let's go. 30 seconds. Push it hard, guys. Push it hard. Nice. Face the inside. Face the inside. Hands are nice and high. Right up on your temples. Try not to let your feet bang together.
1, 2, slip. I'm going to pull my right shoulder back and throw my hook.
I have always enjoyed sports. I used to do kickboxing when I was about 18, and then when I had kids I stopped doing it and life kind of gets in the way, and I decided that I wanted to fight. I didn't start off actually wanting to do MMA, I wanted to do kickboxing, and then one of the trainers here suggested why didn't I do some grappling as well, and I did. I learned a little bit of grappling, some jiu-jitsu, and the more that I did, the more that I wanted to do, so it just kind of came together. I get some people saying, "You do that?" And some people are very fascinated that, first of all, female, and you know, I'm not 18, that somebody with kids would do this, and how it affects my family, how it affects my kids, and what my family thinks about it, really.
If violence is learned behavior, as we know that it is, then how do we stop teaching people about violence? And how do we undo what we're seeing in our society, which is just excessive violence?
Everything's just going through the roof. So you really have to kind of pace yourself, but at the same time, like, you don't know what to expect against the other person. And when you're training for it, you know you're not gonna, if you're sparring or whatnot, you're not gonna go full out, whereas in the cage, you're gonna go full out because you wanna win, right? So it's totally different. And then plus, I mean, there was like a couple hundred people, I don't know, around watching and yelling and screaming, and you're trying to listen to your corner, and at the same time, you got stuff going in your head, like, don't hit me.
We need to look at what are the sources. How are people learning about violence? And one of the ways is through sports. And so we need to remove violence from our sports. That's not removing competition from sports, but we need to remove violence from sports. And I would say to you that mixed martial arts is very much a violent sport.
When she first hit me, I got mad and I wanted to hit back, but I guess depending on who you are, you could get hit and then you could cower away, or then you know you shouldn't probably be fighting if you're just going to cower away. But if you can take a punch and get mad and want to hit back, then as long as it's good sportsmanship.
No matter what people say about the rules, you have two men in a cage going at one another, so what does that teach people? It teaches people potentially that fighting is a way to resolve conflict.
It won all 3 rounds. It's 3-minute rounds. It was tough. Like, thank God for all the training. Got my endurance up, got my strength. I wasn't sure what to expect because I was told she had a karate background, so we were preparing for that. But it kind of turned into a bit of a brawl. But
I do have a competition fight coming up. The fight is taking place at the Oneida Community Centre over just east-west of London, Ontario. And it's on a reserve. It's a reserve community. Now they have established a commission that the elders of the community have approved, and so they're able to host these events.
When Eye on the Wall returns, the time for talking is over. Almost.
MMA. Fighting Spirit has branded itself as Ontario's original, Aboriginal #1 MMA show, the only show, you know, and the brand is strong, and we're growing.